house. Yeah. Appears to be back and live. We are good to go.
Awesome.
Make sure that no one's messaging us saying things are broken.
I saw Ben posted in the...
Yeah, I saw. I mean, if he never comes back, I understand.
Yeah, we understand.
Yeah. Anyway.
It's this thing that happens.
Yeah, the internet went down in the area. We're back now. Apologies.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, yeah, so let's get back to the pack.
We pulled this thing.
Yes.
There's one other thing you probably want to mention, though.
Yeah, so the last few weeks as we've been facing streaming issues, funnily enough, we thought we finally had a lot of them solved, and then we had this internet problem. We may be looking at getting a new streaming PC here soon, and if so, probably upgrading this camera so you guys can get a little higher fidelity picture of the cards.
We will be getting better sound,
read them a little better.
Because I'm going to be bringing over a Blue Yeti, so...
Yeah. So the stream's going to get better quality over time. We're doing that streamer thing where we're starting with what we got and then improving over time. So thank you for your patience and thanks for hanging out as we get this stuff sorted out.
Anyway.
Next is blue. Two blue commons or uncommons.
You're a blue boy. Let's go.
I am. Peregrine Drake. Oh, in that beautiful old frame. Oh, this is great. So... Peregrine Drake is a known infinite combo enabler. When he comes into play, you untap up to 5 lands. And it costs 5 mana to play him. So he's effectively free all the time.
Yeah, he is effectively free. Unless you have certain things in play, but that's pretty great.
So with other cards that allow you to remove something from play and put it back again, that's 5 free mana.
Got it.
Next blue card.
Yes.
Dream Thrush. Flying. Burb. Target basic land becomes a type of your choice until the end of turn.
Yeah. You want to basically rest it against that little black cable. Perfect. Almost.
Now we got black.
Okay. These are my boys. We have
Liliana's Devotee.
Let's see here. Got some nice art. Doesn't look like the old art, though.
No.
This looks more...
Cool. From an old core set.
So if you were using zombies, this would be pretty tits. I do not use zombies. Marchesa's Decree. 2 decrees. So, you become the monarch. Killer loses a life. Alright, so it chips away at life.
Monarch's a really powerful mechanic.
Don't hate that at all.
Next is red.
Let's go.
Dark Dweller Oracle.
Okay.
Sacrifice a creature, exile top card of your library. You may play that card this turn.
Nice.
And Togo, Goblin Weaponsmith. Uncommon legendary creature, commander. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you can make a colorless equipment token named Rock.
Rock!
Equipped creature has colorless tap, sacrifice Rock. This creature deals 2 damage to any target and equip 1, and has partner.
Rock.
That's amazing.
Rock.
I love that. That's going right into the mystery list cube.
That's very silly. All right.
Now green. Would you like to do green?
I'll take green. Got Jungle Lion, and that does look pretty old school, doesn't it? Simple kitty. Can't intercept, which...
Can't block.
Yeah, about to say, that's not a term we use for that mechanic anymore.
No, that's from the old Portal days. And then... I almost took it from you. I'm sorry.
I know you almost did. We have Skysnare Spider. Let's say, do we have a flying spider? We have reach. No, not flying, but we do have reach.
They can jump.
Jumping spiders. Because flying spiders is the ultimate terror for a lot of people. I think that'd be great, but I'm very strange about that.
All right, we got 5 cards left in the pack.
Okay.
So what that means is that this next card is some form of colorless or multicolor fixing.
Here we go.
Mercy Killing, an uncommon. Target player's controller sacrifices it. Put X 1/1 green and white elf warriors into play, where X is that creature's power. Pretty strong little kill spell.
Nice.
In green white, no less. Next is just a normal rare. Clothis, God of Destiny. Wow. Take a look at this one. This is a serious hit. Tell us about it.
He's indestructible as long as your devotion to red or green is less than 7. Clothis isn't a creature. At the beginning of your combat main phase, exile target card from a graveyard. If it was a land card, you can add a red or a green mana. Otherwise, you gain 2 life, and Clothis deals 2 damage to each opponent. Considering how easy it is to cast, that's kind of a vicious little creature.
This is from the Greek set. So who do you think this was based on?
I mean, Clothis is an actual god.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
They are?
One of the muses.
The muses?
Yeah.
Oh. I mean, cool. What are they the muse of? Or
Don't remember that. Don't.
Oh.
Sorry, Amy Cohen. Sorry, Ven. We know. We can't
so many
help
ads
the
just to
ads.
hang out with you guys. I'm sorry, Ven.
Yeah, we can't fix it right now. I'm sorry.
All right. So next we have white bordered, feature site,
Yes.
fun card.
Yes.
This is where the money in the pack is.
All right. Let's
All right,
see what we
so,
got.
White border. Deafening silence.
With a big question mark on it, too. So.
Yep. So this is a special white border mystery booster. Each player can't play more than 1 non-creature spell each turn.
I mean,
Are so good.
that's vicious.
Yes. Not a massive hit though. Future sight.
All right.
Protean staff.
That's pretty good looking. Look at that. And what does he do?
All right. This card's wild. The target creature puts it on the bottom of its owner's library. Then the creature's controller reveals cards off the top of their library until they reveal creature card. They put that on the battlefield and the rest in the bottom library in any order. So, I don't want you to have that card. Go get anything else from your deck. Anything else but that.
So if, you know, there are certain cards of mine you'd play that against.
Oh,
there are certain cards of
absolutely.
yours I'd play that against. So, very
It's-
specific use.
It's removal, but it's risky removal.
But it's also an artifact,
Yes.
which could strengthen artifact heavy decks
Oh,
that
absolutely.
get buffs from having artifacts.
You could also, what was really popular was to only play 1 creature in your deck, but use a bunch of creature tokens that are made from things that aren't creatures. So you could say, activate this, go get the biggest, baddest guy for free as a combo. So, last, we have the fun card. Brigid, who's seen some stuff.
Brigid?
Brigid.
Yes, Brigid, who's seen some stuff. She's a legendary creature with vigilance. She's nimble. This creature can't be blocked by creatures with power 3 or greater. Ithkin you control have thought weft. No, it says thought weft. I was sure. Creature with thought weft has all printed keywords abilities of other creatures you control.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
So, flying, death touch, trample, vigilance.
Yeah, and if you look, she's most certainly seen some stuff. This is pretty amazing, I'm not gonna lie.
Right in the cube it goes.
There it is.
All right. Well, that's our main event,
Yep.
or our opener, our warm-up. Let's get to the main event.
Thank you, Cool Stuff Inc. We really appreciate having
Yes.
these to work with.
So, go ahead.
They're taped shut
They are taped
with
shut.
Scotch tape because we need that mom's basement vibe.
So, what kind of things are you hoping to see?
I mean, Phyrexians. It's what I always want.
Phyrexians?
I could love to see some dolls, some sharks. You know, we're not getting a Black Lotus out of this.
No, we're not. They're not going to put something that's incredibly huge value. So they might have something that's like a big surprise, a pleasant surprise.
Yes, and we got 100 each. And it is going to be fun in the regard that, oh my goodness, look at me fumbling around with these.
It's all good.
We at the very least are making a bar cube, so at the very least we're going to get fodder for that.
Oh, yeah. So things that we can Sharpie over if it's really not like a nice card. I'm also looking for cards that have this little symbol in the bottom left here. That means it's a mystery booster or a list card, and I'm building a special cube dedicated to just that.
What we're going to do is we're going to put cards side by side. We'll decide whose card is better. Right?
Yes, absolutely. All right, so number 1, Ooh, off with a hit already. All
Yeah.
right. So, let's start with yours.
Mine's a greater Gargadon. Gargadon. There we go. So I kept trying to say guard dragon. I'm like, that's not a dragon. Gargadon. Suspend 10 red mana. What is suspend?
So suspend is an ability where you can pay the suspend cost to play it, except you have to wait that many turns in order for it to come into play. At the beginning, in your upkeep, you have to remove one suspend counter. So turn 1, you can play a 9/7, but you got to wait 10 turns for it.
Makes sense. All right. What about yours?
So mine is a 3/3 flyer. It costs 4 mana to play, and when it comes into play, you can tap target creature an opponent controls. That creature doesn't untap during its controller's untap step as long as I have this creature.
So who would you say is better? Because I'm thinking that, frankly.
Actually, because of the second part of this card, where you can sacrifice things in order to get it out quicker, this card is considered a competitive card.
Oh, is it?
So this is considered the better one.
Well, the art on that one is cooler.
That is fair.
That is just really cool art. I'm a simple creature, and that's really cool art. It just is. So.
All right. I'm willing to cede this one to you.
I mean, if you tell me this is the better one,
All right, I'll go you with that. Get 1 point. We're gonna denote that by whose stack's gonna be higher at the end.
All right.
All right. Here we go. Oh, I got another.
Yay! Is it better than the Heavenly Blade Master, which has flying and double strike? When Heavenly Blade Master enters the battlefield, you may attach any number of auras and equipment you control to it. Other creatures you control get +1/+1 for each aura and equipment attached to Heavenly Blade Master. That could be vicious. That could be just.
I really like this card.
I think it is just the better card. Frankly.
I think it is. Yeah. You can now you have 2 Dungeon Geists.
Yeah,
there you go.
My favorite.
You've already won 2 rounds in a row.
Woo.
Oh man.
1. 2,
all right, 3. All right. Oh, so. Well,
I got what I want. I got Norn's Wellspring. Whenever a creature you control dies, scry 1 and put an oil counter on Norn's Wellspring. You can tap it and pay 1 to remove all oil counters from Norn's Wellspring to draw a card.
Show the art on that.
I love this card. I love it so much.
So pretty.
Okay. Excuse me.
So I got, bless you.
I'm good now.
A Silent Sentinel. The creature Archon. Whenever Silent Sentinel attacks, you may return target enchantment from your graveyard to the battlefield. And it's a 4/6 that costs 7 mana. And flies.
Yours is probably better than mine. I will just acknowledge that, but I love Norn's Wellspring.
It is.
It's a fun card. So
I think this is the stronger card,
I just think
but
is, yeah.
I mean, personal favorite I also totally get.
Norn's Wellspring is good.
All right. I'm on the board.
1, 2, 3. Yay! You get more! It's the same cards! All right. 1, 2, 3.
Ooh, okay. New stuff. Ooh, this is an art. This is a Phyrexian. Tell us about it.
It is. I'm seeing that. A Tangleweave Armor, which is an artifact equipment. Well, that goes with some of the equipment stuff here. The living weapon, when this equipment enters the battlefield, create a 0/0 black Phyrexian germ creature token. I mean, I would create a might just because I can. Then attach this to it. A quick creature gets +X/+X, where X is the greatest mana value among your commanders. Mm-hmm. And then equip is 4.
Yeah.
So I like it. It's cool. It won't go in my deck, but it looks really nice.
And I got a Spawning Grounds. It costs 8 mana to play, and it's an enchant land. Mm-hmm. Enchanted land gets the ability, tap it for a 5/5 green beast creature token with trample. Let you check out the art.
Yeah. The art check.
So.
I mean, this is cool.
This is a commander card.
Yes, but this has the word trample in it, and that's all I need to see when compared to this.
But you can't play it until turn. Well, I suppose you could ramp it out pretty quick.
Yes. So
you're thinking this one?
I genuinely do.
It's a bit of a toss-up to me. I think that one's stronger.
Yeah. I think it is. All right,
right,
1, 2, 3.
Woo!
We knew we were going to get some doubles, so this is fun.
All right.
1, 2, 3. Oh, hello!
Whoa! I love Corridor!
I mean, Corridor is really pretty in this.
Talk about him.
Centaur Spirit. The spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature in your graveyard. So you could just get this for free eventually.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's your commander, which means he offsets his own commander tax.
Or you have Secret Commander.
Or you have Secret Commander. Yeah.
Once during each of your turns, you may cast a creature spell from your graveyard. And he's a tricolor.
Yeah.
So he just lives in graveyard land. So the art, again, is just
so good.
Absolutely gorgeous. Like, look at that. Very pretty. Compared to
Vivid Revival.
Yes.
Return up to 3 target multicolored cards from your graveyard to your hand, then exile this card. 5 mana. This guy, this almost wants to be in this guy's deck.
Yeah, I mean, but Corridor.
But people love Corridor. I love Corridor. Corridor wins this one.
He looks cooler, too.
Yeah.
Like, if we're just going by the...
Who wins in a fight? Corridor wins.
Because he's cool looking. All right. 1, 2, 3.
Ooh, Kemba! Oh, Kemba takes me back.
He looks like he has a hockey stick.
He is one of the Phyrexian rebels. Trying to take Mirrodin back.
Interesting. He's a kitty. Whenever Kemba, Caught Enduring, or another cat enters the battlefield under your control, attach up to 1 target equipment you control to that creature. Equipment creatures you control get +1/+1.
Make equipments, make kitties.
You can just create, you can use him to just create white cat creatures.
Yes.
So you can create cats. Just create lots of cats. Lots of kitties. Kitties for everyone.
I have a spot for Kemba in my heart.
Yeah.
I think you win this one. As much as nice as this is, I like Kemba more.
I mean, I'm fine with that. He looks good.
All right.
1, 2, 3.
Meh.
Yay!
Ooh. Okay.
What's that?
So this is a Vulturous Zombie. This is another commander card. It has flying. It's a 3/3 plant zombie. Whenever a card is put into an opponent's graveyard from anywhere, put a +1/+1 counter on Vulturous Zombie.
And we'll look at the art for this one too because it's also pretty good.
Right. What do you think?
I don't know. I'm inclined to say this guy, but
He comes out quicker for sure and has the ability to just make stuff.
yeah, he can make cats. That's one of the reasons I think this guy can.
I think over enough time, this makes the bigger, scarier board than.
Yeah.
Plus, he's a commander.
Yeah.
So I think you win this one.
Cool.
All right, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Ooh, I mean, this is pretty. I think you're probably going to win.
That's a Doctor Who land.
Is it a Doctor Who land? Yeah.
Yeah.
Canopy Vista enters the battlefield tapped unless you control 2 more basic ones. No, I mean, you win this one. It's really neat looking, but you win.
I'm going to be honest. I would much rather have seen this than this in a pack.
Yes, but to actually play it.
That's fair. This card's really nice to like people who are just getting started in the game and playing mostly with basic lands.
Yeah.
But this card puts your game forward. This helps you actually get towards winning.
You take
we'll do
that.
that.
You take that.
Sounds good.
1, 2, 3. Again!
Talara's Battalion. So trample, you can only cast it if you have another green spell this turn. And it's a 2 mana 4/3. So on turn 3, or say turn 2, if you have a Llanowar Elf in play, you could say, another Llanowar Elf, Talara's Battalion, now I have 2 creatures and a 4/3.
Or if you're playing, what if you're playing a token like a green kitty?
Well, you could do that, but you have to cast it. So you haven't. It would have to be the green kitty from your hand into play.
Very fair.
This card is not bad. I think this card's better.
I do too.
Okay, then you win this round.
Yay!
1, 2, 3. Oh!
Sunken Hollow, which is an island swamp. You can either, yeah, that's great. Sunken Hollow enters the battlefield tapped. So basically, this guy,
But blue-black.
but blue-black.
I, once again, think you win this. And
Yes.
blue, the fact that it has blue in it makes it stronger.
Yes, I like it. I like it very much.
1, 2, 3. Ooh, different stuff. This is the
Boom
card.
pile.
This is the card that we talked about for your deck.
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
Flip a coin. If you win the flip, destroy all non-land permanents. I love this nonsense. This is going in my deck. I want this because It's stupid. It's gambling.
But it's up against a Phyrexian.
I know.
Glissa, the Herald of Predation. At the beginning of combat on your turn, choose one. Incubate 2 twice. That's making 2 +1/+1 counters on little artifacts that flip into creatures if you pay 2 more colorless mana. Or transform all incubator tokens you control. Or Phyrexians you control get first strike and death touch till end of turn.
See, that would be absolutely devastating with my Might Army.
This is a very, people love Glissa as a commander, for sure.
Doesn't work with what I do entirely because green. But with the Might Army, that would be just unbelievable.
Absolutely. I would say I personally like Boompile more. I think it leads to more games that are more fun.
Boompile can snatch victory from the jaws of defeat.
Absolutely.
This could change the tide of the game. You're dying, suddenly you've wiped the board. And board wipes are something I have no qualms about doing. I know they're very upsetting too. So it can also make you 1,000,000 enemies, and I think that's really powerful.
Yes. My vote's for Boompile.
I agree. However,
Glissa is very
against
good.
anyone else.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Yeah!
Yay!
2 of them.
2 Christmases.
Okay. So now we are not even through the stack. How are you feeling about these so far?
These are really exciting. I don't know what's the price point on these.
These are $20 each when they were on sale.
Bro, that's it?
Yes.
Yeah. So go to CoolStuffInc. Get this shit. It is worth it.
The general idea is that we need to crack 7 cents per rare in order to break even. And some of these, I would say, are 50 cents, 60 cents, up to $1 rare. So, especially some of the lands, because those do become sought after.
And if I end up with some Phyrexian lands out of this, I'm going to make high-pitched dog noises.
1, 2, 3.
Woo!
All right. Tell us about Lorthos.
Okay. Lorthos the Tide Maker. He's a legendary creature, octopus. Whenever Lorthos the Tide Maker, that's his correct, attacks, you may pay 8. You do tap up to 8 target permanents. Those permanents don't untap during the controller's next untap steps. No hush. No hush. Shh.
All of your lands, they don't untap. Also, how many instances of 8 are on that card?
Oh gosh. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
5.
Yeah, 8 tentacles.
Yeah.
Everyone's mad that there aren't 8/8/8s on it.
That's sad. I mean, Red Wings are big proud though.
Now, Spark Rupture.
Yeah.
When Spark Rupture enters the battlefield, draw a card, white. Each Planeswalker with 1 or more loyalty counters on it loses all abilities.
Ooh.
It is a creature with power and toughness, each equal to the number of loyalty counters on it.
Okay, I mean, I do like mine. I think mine is really tits.
I think yours is really good. This is specifically good against a Planeswalker deck.
Yeah.
Against everything else, it just draws you a card.
Whereas I think this is always strong.
Yeah, I think Lorthos is a good card, especially for a deck that's struggling to find an identity and wants just a big thing to attack with. Super good.
A bruiser.
1, 2, 3.
Ooh.
Okay.
Demon Lord Belzenok.
Tell us about the demon who owned Liliana's contract.
I mean, he has flying and trample, which right away, haha. When Demon Lord Belzenok enters the battlefield, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a non-land card. Then put that card into your hand. If the card's mana value is 4 or greater, repeat this process. Demon Lord Belzenok deals 1 damage to you for each card put into your hand this way.
You could get so many cards.
Card time. And if you have pair that with a card already that you have out there that says you have no max hand size, that could be insane.
Take it. You
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah. It could be insane.
1, 2, 3. Oh,
Ooh.
but I've got a new one.
Yes, you do.
The Sword of the Chosen.
I'm going to look at this art again before you talk about this, just because occasionally they may not be like the most popular cards, but some of the art is so pretty.
You're able to tap it. It costs 2 mana to play. Target legendary creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn.
Just
every turn, whatever legendary creature you want. Doesn't have to be yours. Could be your opponent's.
yeah, this would be great for politics in
Yeah.
a good match.
it always will hit a commander. So I think I prefer Bells and Lock, but this isn't bad. I can see uses for it.
Bells and Lock. Yes, I am. I've been saying it wrong. I've been missing an L. Okay, I'll take it.
Yeah, take it.
I'm making out like a bandit right now.
You are.
It's
you got the good pile right now.
so far.
All right, let's go. Ooh, okay.
Odric.
Tell us about Odric.
He's a legendary creature human soldier with first strike. Whenever Odric Master Tactician and at least 3 other creatures attack, you choose which creatures block this combat and how those creatures block. Neat.
I'm trying. Which do you prefer?
I like yours.
Really?
I do. The art's so cool, dude.
The art is really cool.
I mean, if you're...
I like this for politics. I like a good politics deck.
I love a good politics deck, and this is which card is better. Art's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Avatar of Slaughter. Excuse me.
Oh my god.
This is such a
This
cool
card was so
card.
sought after for a while.
All creatures have double strike and attack each combat if able. Yeah, I can see the appeal, and yes, it costs 8, but still. What you got?
This is a Ghoul Draz Overseer from Zendikar. It's flying, vampire. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, other creatures you control get +1/+0 until end of turn. If that land is a swamp, those creatures get +2/+0 until end of turn, until end of turn. Until end of turn.
Instead.
Yes. So, mono black swamp deck loves this. But that card's so good.
It's so good,
It's
dude.
so good.
What are you talking about?
I tried. 1, 2, 3.
Why is mine upside down?
Oh, don't know. All right.
Vindictive Flamestoker, which is Phyrexian. I'm familiar.
You got a Phyrexian.
I'm familiar. I don't think I have the art of this one before, though. I don't think
No.
I've seen this art. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put an oil counter on Vindictive Flamestoker. You can pay 7 to sacrifice Vindictive Flamestoker, discard your hand, then draw 4 cards. This ability costs 1 less to activate for each oil counter. So you can get a new hand if you're fucked, royal fucked.
Absolutely.
It's good. It's
Meanwhile,
fine.
mono black flyer over here that makes my dudes bigger.
Yeah.
I'll take this one.
Yeah, you will. All right.
1, 2, 3. Ooh! Ooh! Okay.
Venzer Corpse Puppet, which is definitely Phyrexian looking. That he's a legendary Phyrexian zombie wizard, excuse me, with lifelink toxic 1. Whenever you proliferate, choose 1. If you don't control a creature named the Hollow Sentinel, create the Hollow Sentinel, a legendary 3/3 colorless Phyrexian golem artifact creature token. Target artifact creature you control gains flying and lifelink to the end of turn. So he's strong. And he's easy to summon.
So easy. Meanwhile, I got Noyan Dar, the Royal Shaper. 3 colors and a white blue for a merfolk ally. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, you may put 3 +1/+1 counters on target land you control. If you do, that land becomes a 0/0 elemental creature that with haste that's still a land. This is an honest toss-up.
Yeah.
So this has toxic.
Yes.
And
You're creating a golem.
2 mana comes into play at a 1/3. 3 toughness can block a lot of things. 5 mana.
Harder to summon.
Yes.
But he's a 4/4.
Yes.
So he can actually swing and this guy.
You have to build your whole deck around proliferation to make this work.
Yeah.
And this has to be an instant and sorcery deck.
I think yours is probably more powerful in the long run because it can take a bigger hit.
Yeah.
I think that's it's going to come down to that.
I think that's
you
true.
take it.
Yeah. Both of them can be commanders. I think if I was building a deck, I'd probably choose Venzer instead, though.
Yeah. That's just your style.
1, 2, 3.
Yay!
Hey! 1, 2, 3. Ooh!
Every time. Ooh! Malira the Living Cure. A legendary creature, human scout. This is from Phyrexia. She's definitely not Phyrexian yet. If you would get 1 or more poison counters instead, you get 1 poison counter and you get an additional poison counter this turn. You can't get an additional counter this turn. So this is for against my deck, pretty much.
Yes.
Exile choose another target creature or artifact when it's put into the graveyard, and it's put into the graveyard this turn. Return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. Okay, easy to summon.
Meanwhile, I have a counter spell. It says no, and I can choose to pay 6 mana to do it, and I make a 3/3 land elemental at the same time as countering a spell. I actually think Malara is better here.
Do you?
I do.
I think
countering a
fine.
spell is really strong, but poison's one of the most hated ways to be killed in Magic, and being able to limit how much poison damage you can take is pretty strong.
She's good defense, and she'd be good against specifically my deck, but I feel like if you don't have a poison deck, she's not that.
True.
She's not that useful.
Yeah, she's not that good.
She's 3/3.
Okay.
Yours is, I think, always useful.
Yes, it's always a counter spell for 3 mana. At later on in the game, it can also randomly make a creature.
Exactly. So I think yours is more versatile, which makes yours better.
Okay, let's take it. 1, 2, 3. Hey! 1, 2, 3.
Ooh!
Okay.
Look at this art. Look, the Naga Shaman. Look at that art. Look at it. Yes. So good. Whenever Sidus Blood Tyrant enters the battlefield or attacks, mill 3 cards. Whenever one or more creature cards are put into your graveyard from your library, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. Not bad.
Self-mill. And I have Exert Influence. The sorcery with Converge. Gain control of target creature if its power is less than or equal to the number of colors of mana spent to cast Exert Influence.
So you could, in theory, get up to a 5 there.
Yes.
Yeah, in theory.
I have actually wanted to make a Sidisi deck for forever. I think your card wins.
Yes. Have it back at the end of the day.
1, 2, 3. Hey.
Hey. A lot of 2s, which is nice, actually.
1, 2, 3. Prism Array.
Canyon Slough, which is a swamp mountain.
Nice.
It also has cycling.
A lot of good lands in yours.
It also has cycling, which it did. The previous one did.
Yeah. This is an enchantment. It enters the battlefield with a crystal counter on it, and look at the pretty crystalling.
Hey.
Look at that.
It's perky.
You can remove a counter from Prism Array and tap target creature, and for 1 mana of every color, you can scry 3. Okay, it's fine. I actually like the land.
I mean, I think only because it has cycling.
Okay.
I will take that.
If you get late game and you're like, oh, I didn't need another land, I'll just cycle this. That's helpful.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Oh.
Yanet, the Cryptic Sovereign, a legendary sphinx. Assuming this is from the mythology.
Yes.
Okay. Flying Vigilance Menace. Whenever Yanet, Cryptic Sovereign, attacks, reveal your top card of your library. You may cast it without paying its mana cost, if its mana value is odd. Don't cast it, draw a card. Still great.
Playing that deck with only odd-numbered cards is a very legitimate strategy, and I like that a lot.
I think this is more powerful, hands down.
Hands down.
I don't think that's close.
All right.
1, 2, 3.
Ooh!
The Filigree Silex. An oil counter on the Filigree Silex. Sacrifice the Filigree Silex. Destroy each non-land permanent with mana value equal to the number of oil counters on the Filigree. Remove 10 oil counters from among permanents you control. So this is just to fight me. This is just to fight me. This is to fight me. This is to fight the Phyrexian Funplate. That is what this is for.
That is actually the plot item that they are using to try and defeat the Phyrexian.
It's pretty strong. I'll give it that. I can see the little up from the bottom. I like the art. I think I see Jace in the background.
Yep, that's Jace.
Being a fuckboy.
Speaking of Jace, here's Ugin's Insight talking to Jace.
Oh, nice.
Very pretty. Scry X, where X is the highest converted mana cost among permanents you control. Then draw 3 cards. It costs 5 mana to play. I think this would be really good in a lot of commander decks. This isn't bad.
This is best, though. I think mine is better.
Would you play this card?
Not with my deck, unless I was playing against another Phyrexian deck.
Yes.
Against a Phyrexian deck, absolutely, positively. This would still be powerful against other things. It's specifically good against Phyrexians.
Yes. So. Whereas I can't think of many things I would play this in.
Exactly.
All right. Got it. 1, 2, 3.
Hey.
1, 2, 3. Ah! Hey! What's that one?
That's Rhea Ivor, Bane of Bladehold, with a weird-looking fucking horse. Look at the weird horse. It's a legendary creature, Phyrexian Knight. I asked for Phyrexians. I'm getting them.
Yes, you are.
Battle Cry. Whenever this creature attacks, each other attacking creature gets +1/+0 until end of turn. At the beginning of combat on your turn, the next time target creature would deal combat damage. Yeah, done.
I'm working on it. I'm sorry.
Have water. It helps.
Okay.
To one or more players this combat, prevent that damage. If damage is prevented this way, create that many 1/1 colorless Phyrexian Mite. Oh, time to make mites. That creature with Toxic 1, this creature can't block. I don't know that I'd switch over to him in the Fun Police because I like what I have now and the way it kind of helps me get life.
Oh, yeah.
However, this would be the other thing I would take because this ensures I get mites.
Yeah, I was thinking it's just good to have it in your deck.
I genuinely could switch over to this. I think he goes in my Phyrexian deck. I think he just does.
I think so.
I think he does. I mean, mine's better.
What
Mine's
is this?
better.
What's this POS?
Yeah.
A Lion Hedron network enters the battlefield. Exile all creatures with power 5 or greater until this leaves the battlefield.
That's pretty good, actually, too. If you're up against a lot of strong boys.
Power 5 or greater, though.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a lot of high power.
If you're up against a wall and you've been letting them build and build and build and build and build, that suddenly becomes really valuable. Because a lot of people, they're buffing their people like Milk. He buffs his birds until they're all like 6/6. All of a sudden, you play that. It wipes him, but it leaves me and my little mites. So that could be, in theory, really strong.
Against a deck like yours, where you're doing tiny creatures in and out all the time and getting value from them coming in and out, this card is worthless. So I'm in the opinion Rhea is just a better workhorse.
Yeah, absolutely.
Unintended.
But also in my deck, this could be very valuable.
All right, what's the over-under on it being another double?
When it's these guys, hasn't always been. Okay. So I think it's probably 50-50.
3, 2, 1.
It is.
3, 2, 1. Ooh!
Monument to Perfection! Search your library for a basic sphere or locust land, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. Monument to Perfection becomes a 9/9 Phyrexian construct artifact creature, loses all abilities, and gains indestructible and toxic 9. Activate only if there are 9 or more lands with different names among the basic sphere and locust lands you control. As somebody who has a lot of non-basic lands, this could be vicious.
Oh, yeah.
It's also so fucking cool. But yours is fucking cool too.
Drana's Chosen, a 3 colorless black vampire shaman ally. That's a 2/2. It has Cohort. Tap an untapped ally you control and put a black zombie creature token onto the battlefield tapped. So, you have to build this deck entirely around allies in order to get the most out of this. That, you just have to play non-basic lands, right? Or basics?
You can choose a basic land.
Okay.
You can also, but then other non-basic lands.
Okay. How hard is it to actually get the ability?
Only if there are 9 or more lands with different names among your basic sphere and locust lands you control. This is a mid-game card. This is not an early game card.
No.
But based on, say, my deck, I could definitely get her out there fairly.
Yeah. I don't think allies are terribly powerful, just in general. They were in standard for a bit, but I think Monument's just better here because it's got more of that kind of long-term commander potential with spheres, and they're only going to make more of those land types, which is just going to make that card better over time.
And I think yours looks cooler, frankly.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
it passes the vibe check.
Passes the vibe check.
1, 2, 3.
Hey.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, hey.
Hey, you got a Doctor Who.
Nardole, resourceful cyborg, a legendary artifact creature scientist. Get to add one, when you tap it, you can add 1 blue for each counter on Nardole. Spend this mana to cast non-creature spells. It's also undying. And it's a Doctor's Companion. You can have 2 commanders if the other one is a Doctor.
And I have Heater in Alignment. It's a hex-proof enchantment for 2 colors and a blue. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may reveal your hand. If you do, you win the game if you own a card named Hedron Alignment in exile, in your hand, in the graveyard, and on the battlefield. And you can scry 1.
I'm just gonna tuck that under there. Call it a day. Call it a wash. There you go.
All right.
Oh! And an Unearthly Child, which is also from the Doctor Who. It's a saga. Reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a Doctor card, a card with a Doctor's Companion, or a vehicle card. Put the card into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order.
Interesting. So 3 times in a row you get that effect.
Yeah.
Versus win the game. What's actually kind of cool is if we can get all 4 of these, we could build a deck around it.
You could. That would be absolutely
We could
wild.
put 4 of these into the bar cube just to like have it.
Also, a quick hi to Lasagna and Ven.
Yeah, thanks everyone for hanging out. It does mean a lot that you guys have been coming in and joining us week after week. Building up from this stuff is hard. 1, 2, 3. Ooh.
A lunar hatchling. It's also Doctor Who, and it's really pretty. I like yours already better because it's the cat demon. This is flying and trample, though, which is scary. Basic land cycling.
Oh, so
and
early
on.
on.
And it has escape.
Oh my gosh.
But it costs 6 to get it out there.
Okay, so what does Rakasha Vizier do? It's a cat demon.
Already like it better.
Whenever 1 or more cards are put into exile from your graveyard, you may put that many +1/+1 counters on Rakasha Vizier. And it's a 4/4 for 5 mana. I'm going to be honest.
Better.
I really like this. This card wins the flavor.
Yeah.
But that one wins the powerful
better.
card. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Oh.
Hey.
The Dragonwing Glider, and it's a little goblin man on a cut-up Dragonwing.
For Mirrodin.
When this equipment enters the battlefield, create a 2/2 red rebel creature token, and then attach it to this. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has flying and haste, and it costs 5 to equip.
Yeah. And then mine is the same card that's the cat demon. You really don't like Mirrans.
I like the cat. No, it's a cat demon.
It's a cat demon.
Okay, look. It looks cool. I'm a simple creature. It's a really cool kitty. Okay?
3, 2, 1. Ooh.
Oh.
So I have a Sage of the Inward Eye.
Who's a djinn.
A djinn wizard, and look how cool that is.
I do like the dark gothy art when it happens.
Flying. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, creatures you control gain lifelink until end of turn.
Oh.
I'm going to be honest, I really like this card.
I think you...
I am a
take
non-creature deck
I think you
fiend
take that.
to the point that it's a problem.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Oh!
Another Doctor Companion.
Jamie McCrimmon. The legendary human warrior with trample. With that kilt, you bet. Whenever you cast a historic spell, Jamie McCrimmon gets +X until the end of turn, where X is that spell's mana value. That could be strong as fuck.
What are historic spells?
Artifacts, legendaries, and sagas are all historic.
Nice.
Doctor's Companion. You can have 2 commanders if the other's a doctor. It's a 2/2.
What do you think?
You have flying.
I have flying. I am lifelink sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes, but it's right away you're flying.
All right.
1,
3, 2, 1.
1, 2, 3.
All right, this is a tough one.
Evolved Sleeper, which, I mean, it's Phyrexian.
It is Phyrexian.
Sort of. Evolved Sleeper becomes a human cleric with base power and toughness 2/2. If Evolved Sleeper is a cleric. Put Death Touch counter on him and becomes a Phyrexian human cleric with a base power and toughness 3/3. If Evolved Sleeper is a Phyrexian, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Then you draw a card and you lose a life. So it's sort of a Phyrexian. It is becoming Phyrexian as this hangs out here. It becomes more and more Phyrexian.
Yes. This is from the Norse set.
No kidding.
Sigrid, God Favored. Human Warrior, legendary creature. Flash, First Strike, and Protection from God creatures.
Ooh.
When it enters the battlefield, exile up to one target attacking or blocking creature until it leaves the battlefield. This card is so good.
It costs nothing to get it out there, too.
And then if you play it on turn 1, turn 2 you can make it a 2/2. Turn 3 you can make it the 3/3, and then turn 4, and every turn for the rest of the game you can just keep making it bigger.
If you have this in your opening hand, it sets you up for some good shit.
I really like that.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree.
Take my God Favored.
1, 2, 3. Oh!
And,
a prairie stream. No.
I like the First Strike here. Yeah.
Yeah. Yours has it.
1, 2, 3. Oh.
Upside down. Harsh Mercy. And it looks like some of them are upside down.
Okay.
Each player chooses a creature type. Destroy all creatures that aren't of the type chosen this way. They can't be regenerated.
Hey.
That's
all Phyrexians.
Hey, stop it. Hey, stop it. Only Phyrexians allowed. And then I play the card with that says you can only cast Phyrexians.
Yeah.
Yeah, just enjoy being dead.
I have Kargan Intimidator, which is a cool card. It's not a great card.
Cowards can't block, which is a great statement. Cowards can't block!
One colorless. Choose one that hasn't been chosen this turn. It gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Target creature becomes a coward until end of turn. And target warrior gains trample until end of turn. I think Harsh Mercy gets it. That card is so good.
Vicious.
Is that going to go in Fun Police?
I don't know. Here. Oh.
Ooh.
Exotic Orchard. Add 1 mana of any color that a land an opponent controls could produce.
I'm going to be real.
It's pretty great.
You win.
Yeah.
In a 4-player game, chances are that's going to hit at least 2 of your cards.
Yeah, that's actually pretty great.
So this is awkward.
Oh. Well,
so
okay.
3, 2, 1.
Happens
Throne
twice.
of the Grim Captain.
We can do that side, and then we'll do this side for the next one.
A puppeteer
I got
click!
a puppet!
It's a puppeteer click! I love this card. This is from when I first started playing Magic.
Dull parts.
Yes.
It's black, not white red.
But tell us about it.
It is a creature fairy wizard. Is flying. When puppeteer click enters the battlefield, put target creature card from your opponent's graveyard into the battlefield under your control, which is terrifying. It gains haste. At the beginning of your next step, you exile it. It has persist. This creature dies if it has no -1/-1 counters on it. Return it to the battlefield under its owner's control with a -1/-1 counter on it.
It's brutal. But let's see what this does. So this is from the Aztec set. Ixalan. The legendary artifact for 2 colorless. You can mill 2 cards. And you can craft it with a dinosaur, merfolk, pirate, and a vampire for 4 colorless. And it becomes the Grim Captain. Menace, Trample, Lifelink, Hexproof, 7/7. Whenever the Grim Captain attacks, each opponent sacrifices a non-land permanent.
Ooh.
Then you may put an exiled creature card used to craft the Grim Captain onto the battlefield under your control, tapped and attacking.
If you're playing in a group, that's so vicious.
You have to do a lot of hoops to get there, but considering it's 4 colorless and you can kind of mill to get the stuff that you need into the graveyard to do that, and you get this big payoff, this is pretty cool. In fact, I'd go as far as to say that Sidisi deck, this card wants that. But I'm going to be honest, I
think yours is better, though.
How about that?
Okay.
Okay. Accept.
All
Accept the
right.
tie.
1, 2, 3. Temple of Deceit. You scry 1. It's a blue-black.
I'll take that.
Yeah. That's.
All right. We're back to no spoilers.
Yay.
1, 2, 3.
Orchard!
I've
The
got
Belligerent.
It's a ship. Whenever the belligerent attacks, create a treasure token. Until end of turn, you may look at the top card of your library at any time, and you may play lands and cast spells on the top of your library. And it takes three power of creatures to crew.
But it's a 5/5 too.
It is a 5/5. So you're taking your 3 top power of creatures and turning it into this 5/5 that does all these things.
This is really cool. It's really powerful. It's called the Belligerent. Yeah. It's called the Belligerent. I love it.
1, 2, 3.
Choked Estuary. When it enters the battlefield, you may reveal an island or swamp card from your hand. If you don't, Choked Estuary enters the battlefield tapped.
This is so good. I'm actually really impressed with like these bulk packs.
Yeah, this is absolutely worth the $20. Like over worth the $20. I'm saying it right now.
1, 2, 3.
Fairy Formation.
Fervent Champion.
Minus flying. Create 1/1 blue fairy creature token with flying, and you draw a card. So create lots of little fairies. I do believe in fairies. I do.
Fervent Champion is a 1 red 1/1 with first strike and haste. And when Fervent Champion attacks, another attacking knight you control gets +1/+0 until end of turn. And equip abilities you activate that target Fervent Champion cost 3 colorless less to activate. Fervent Champion is a beast and was a dominating card in Standard. I think Fervent Champion wins here.
Yes.
It's not good in Commander.
Fairies are cool. Fairies are neat.
Fairies are broken.
1, 2, 3. Oh!
Ooh!
The Girl in the Fireplace, which is one of the most single tragic episodes of Doctor Who ever released, and I will hear no argument otherwise.
Tell us the story of the episode.
I'm not doing that. I'm reading what the card says. As the saga enters, and after you draw a step, add a lore counter. Create a 1/1 white human noble creature token and with vanishing 3 and prevent all damage that would be dealt to this creature. Create a 2/2 white horse creature token with doctors you control have horsemanship. They can't be blocked except with creatures with horsemanship. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player this turn, time travel. Doesn't explain what time travel is.
Time travel is removing a suspend time counter off the permanent.
Oh, okay.
I think that's really
Okay.
That's so flavorful. I love Fervent Champion. I'm happy that there's 2 now.
Yeah.
Like, you can build a deck around it, but goddamn.
Cracking time.
Ooh!
Tardisees, fuck. Vanishing 3. This enchantment enters the battlefield with 3 at a time. I remember this. I remember learning about that. When the Kraken time enters the battlefield, at the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, exile target creature and opponent controls until Kraken time leaves the battlefield.
And we have a Cragplate Baloth over here. 7 mana with a kicker of 2 colorless and a green. So 10 mana for its strongest form. It can't be countered. It has hexproof. It has haste. And if it was kicked, it enters with 4 +1/+1 counters on it. So a 10 mana, can't be countered, hexproof, haste, 10/10. Doesn't have trample.
It could.
Not with that attitude. 1, 2, 3. Ooh.
Oh my god, it's them!
It's the adipose.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Emerge 5. You may cast this spell by sacrificing a creature and playing the... That makes sense for what they are. When Adipose Offspring enters the battlefield, create a 2/2 white alien creature token. If Adipose Offspring merged cost with paid instead of create X of those, where X is the sacrificed creature's toughness.
Oh my god.
This is so vicious.
It's pretty great.
I don't know if
I'm going to be honest, I kind of want to see the adipose in action.
I don't want it anywhere near me.
1, 2, 3.
Kate Stewart, we have a human scientist from Doctor Who yet again. Next correction. Whenever you put 1 or more time counters on a permanent you control, create 1/1 white soldier creature token. Whenever Kate Stewart attacks, you may pay 8. If you do, attacking creatures get +X at the end of turn, with X being the number of counters among permanents you control.
Whereas I have a Phyrexian.
Yes.
This is Slag Fiend. Slag Fiend's power and toughness are equal to the number of artifact cards in all graveyards. And he costs 1 red.
Oh, Oh, God, that is... I know how Phyrexian decks work. Here you go. That's broken.
And
It's so broken.
1, 2, 3. Hey, how about another one?
Skycloud Expanse.
That's pretty though. Look at that art.
Yeah, this is a really gorgeous little piece of art. I'll give it that. There you go.
1, 2, 3. Oh!
Idris, Soul of the TARDIS.
Oh, okay.
You're happy.
I am happy. Please continue.
Vanishing 3, imprint when Idris, Soul of the TARDIS, enters the battlefield. Exile another artifact you control until Idris leaves the battlefield. Idris has activated and triggered abilities of the exiled card and gets +X/+X, where X is the exiled card's mana value.
Versus an actually competitively played card, Shardless Agent, it's a 2/2, costs 3 mana to play, and allows you to cascade. When you cast a spell,
Cascade, okay.
exile cards off the top of your deck until you reveal a card with lesser mana cost. You can play that card for free. There is a suspend card that you actually can't cast with a mana cost 0, called Living Death. That takes everything in your graveyard, puts it into play, sacrifices everything in play. This card is huge. I want to play this.
But let's be honest with ourselves. Yours is more powerful in the long run.
It is. Might get banned, honestly, in the future.
1,
1, 2,
3.
Let's go. But, Fairy.
Ooh, nice Trickster. With Flash and Flying, whenever you cast your first spell during each opponent's turn, look at the top 2 cards of your library, put one of those cards into your hand and the other into your graveyard. Yours is better. It just is.
Fairies are real good, though.
1, 2, 3.
Ooh.
Nightmare Unmaking. You can either exile a target creature with power greater than the number of cards in hand. Exile each creature with power less than the number of cards in your hand. That could turn the tide of a game.
It really could.
That really could.
It's very dependent.
Yes.
Usuri, Fortune's Flame, is a card I've actually never owned a copy of. Yes. It's a flying 2/3 for 3 mana. And when it attacks, you can choose a number between 1 and 5. Flip that many coins. For each flip you win, draw a card. For each flip you lose, Usuri deals 2 damage to you. If you won 5 flips this way, you may cast spells from your hand this turn without paying their mana costs.
Potentially that's very broken as well.
It's gambling.
But it's gambling.
It's gambling.
It's a sure thing.
I agree.
I think this is stronger.
I think that's stronger, but man, I love gambling.
Yeah, same!
1, 2, 3. Oh, Temple. Gambling. Gambling wins.
Gambling wins again. Woo!
1, 2, 3.
Oh.
Ooh.
Irrigated farmland. It enters the battlefield tapped and has cycling. Cool. I mean, I already see what you have. I think you win.
So this is a sorcery, red and X. Light Up the Night deals X damage to any target. It deals X plus 1 damage instead if the target is a creature or planeswalker. It has flashback for 3 colorless and a red, and remove X loyalty counters from among planeswalkers you control. If you cast this card this way, X can't be 0. So this is only good if you are a planeswalker deck. But it's still Fireball.
Yeah.
So, okay, we'll take that. 1, 2, 3.
The moment. Legendary artifact at the beginning of your upkeep. Put a time counter on the moment. Untap target creature you control. It phases out until the moment leaves the battlefield. Destroy each non-land permanent with mana value less than or equal to the number of time counters on. Then sacrifice the moment. Activate only as a sorcery.
Interesting.
I could see the value in it.
Absolutely.
Oh! We're gonna have some fun times.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Land. It's Frostbitten Snarl. It enters the battlefield. You may reveal an island or mountain card from your hand. If you don't, it enters the battlefield tapped.
All right, we have a flip commander, meaning that this would be a blue-red deck that you could play either side of. You may exile an instant or sorcery card from your hand and put 3 hone counters on it. At the beginning of your upkeep, when this card is exiled, remove a hone counter from it. When the last hone counter is removed from this card, if it's exiled, you may cast it. It costs 4 colorless less to cast this way. Versus the other side, which is at the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of each opponent's library.
Ooh.
Until the end of turn, you may cast spells among those exiled cards. You may spend any color of mana as though it were mana to cast those spells. Whenever you cast a spell from exile, put a +1/+1 counter on this card.
Yeah, it's,
All right,
it's
we'll
not
take
it's
that.
not subtle.
All right.
1, 2, 3.
Ooh,
Donna Noble!
Donna Noble!
I love Donna! She looks very shocked here. His soul bond, perfect. Whenever Donna or a creature is paired with or dealt damage, Donna deals that much damage to the target opponent. It's also a Doctor's Companion.
Yeah.
I think yours is still better, but
I like Dr.
I like Donna. We'll take.
I like Dr. Donna.
There.
Deal.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, I have power armor!
Oh, you got a Fallout card!
I did! I have power armor, the T45 power armor! When it's the battlefield, you get 2 energy counters. Equipped creatures get +3/+3 and doesn't untap during the controller's upkeep step. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may pay an energy. If you do untap equipped creature, then put your choice of menace, trample, or lifelink counter on it. It's 3 to equip. Oh, look at him!
That's so cool.
Look at my boy!
All right, let's see if this Phoenix can hold up. We have a Flying Haste 2/2. Whenever Retriever Phoenix enters the battlefield, if you cast it, learn. Learning is an ability where you can reveal a lesson card from outside of the game, your sideboard, and put it in your hand, or discard a card to draw a card. As long as Retriever Phoenix is in your graveyard, and if you would learn, you may instead return it to the battlefield, Phoenix style. I'm sorry, the power armor wins.
It's power
What does it
armor!
do? What does it do?
What do you mean what it does?
It's big. It's a big armor.
Yeah, +3/+3.
Oh, it's so good.
I read it all out loud. You were
I'm
there.
done. I'm sorry.
Reading the card explains the card.
Yes, it does. 1, 2, 3.
I have Hancock!
What's Hancock do?
IRL or in this?
Both.
Hancock is a weird asshole, and I love him, and he is very much yay patriotism in the game. Not my favorite Fallout game. He's great. Each other creature you control that's a zombie or mutant gets +X/+X, where X is the number of counters on Hancock Ghoulish Mayor, and he's undying, because of course he is. Yours is probably stronger, but I love Hancock.
No, I think yours is better.
Okay.
I think that's an easy one for me. 1, 2, 3.
Yay! Everything is good. Strong, the brutish thespian, legendary creature, mutant berserker. He is ward 2. Whenever Strong is dealt damage, you put 3 rad counters and put 3 +1/+1 counters on Strong. You gain life rather than lose life from radiation. Strong learned secret to human power from Macbeth. What do you got?
We have a Sparring Regimen.
It's cool art.
When it enters the battlefield, you learn, and whenever you attack, you can put a +1/+1 counter on target attacking creature and untap it. I mean, honestly, the Fallout card's really cool.
It's really cool, but yours is better in the long run.
You think so?
I do.
Okay. I'll take it.
But the fact that I'm getting Fallout cards, again, I'm getting things I like out of this. This is cool.
Here's the other fascinating thing. Our stacks right now, really neck and neck.
Yeah, mine's a little higher.
Yeah, a little higher.
Yeah.
But, like, this is also a really just kind of balanced line box.
Entrapment maneuver. Target player sacrifices an attacking creature. You create X/1/1 white soldier token creatures where X is that bonus. It's Fallout.
I like that one. 1, 2, 3. Ooh. Okay,
Ooh,
Dungeon
what's
Geist is
this?
back.
Varagond of the Guard. A legendary creature, human soldier. Whenever he or another human enters the battlefield under your control, creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain vigilance until end turn. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
You flying though.
I'm going to tap you down for forever.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Kinky.
Ooh, we got 4. We got a playset of Dungeon Geist.
Boomer Scrapper. Whenever Boomer Scrapper, because the boomers are great, enters the battlefield or attacks, you lose 1 life. create junk token. Junk. Whenever the token you control leaves the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on Boomer Scrapper.
Cool.
Junk.
Junk.
Why am I getting it?
Because boomers.
Boomers are cool.
The boomers are so cool.
James, Wandering Dad. He's a human scientist with a gun.
Follow him.
Yes, so long as we've got each other, that's all that matters. He can investigate. He's a good support card.
The Silent Sentinel is back. Whenever it attacks, you can turn an enchantment card from your graveyard to the battlefield. I just think it's so cool that we got Fallout cards.
Me too.
So I'm gonna give it to that. I don't even
Unless
care.
it's like a much better card, which I will acknowledge when it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
1, 2, 3. Assaultron Dominator! The Assaultron! When Assaultron Dominator enters the battlefield, get 2 energy. Whenever an artifact creature you control attacks, you may pay an energy. If you do, put your choice of a +1/+1 first strike or trample counter on that creature.
Have it.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Mutalith Vortex Beast.
Interesting. So this is from Warhammer.
Yeah, about to say, isn't that
It's from the Warhammer decks.
with Trample and Warp Vortex? Mutalith Vortex Beast enters the battlefield. Flip a coin for each opponent you have. For each flip you win, draw a card. For each flip you lose, he deals 3 damage to that player. That just
Have fun. I mean, even if I'm making 5/5s with trample, that is so strong when it enters play.
It is.
Wow.
1, 2, 3. I got another one. A creature from Warhammer. Astartes Warrior. Menace and Ruinous Ascension. When Aspiring Champion deals combat damage to a player, sacrifice it. If you reveal cards from the top of your creature card, that onto the battlefield, then shuffle the rest into your library. That creature is a demon. It deals damage equal to its power to each opponent.
Ooh.
That's pretty hard.
Now I have a salamander.
Yeah,
I have a rideable.
Hey, that is a newt.
I have a newt that
Yes.
you can ride.
Okay.
It is a 2/2 for 2 colorless and a blue.
Mm-hmm.
When it deals combat damage to a player, target instant or sorcery card in your graveyard gains flashback until end of turn. Flashback cost is equal to its mana cost. Card gains flashback 0 until end of turn if Archmage's Newt is saddled. And it takes a 3 power creature to saddle the Archmage's Newt. This is a tough one.
Yeah, actually. Yours could be really broken. This is really broken.
Mm-hmm.
This doesn't depend on other cards to be good. It just is good.
In Commander, I would rather see this late game than that.
All right.
1, 2, 3.
Ready! Sorry, I'm easy to please. Marius, Scholar of Antiquity. Legendary creature, Elf Artificer. Tap and untap and uneffective control. Add. You do untap 2 non-effective control. Exile the top card of your library. It's fine.
I mean, I got a land.
Yeah, you gotta land. It's like, it's fine.
1, 2, 3.
Graham O'Brien. It's from Doctor Who again. Paradox. Whenever you cast a spell from anywhere other than your hand, create a food token. That's what it is. Doctor's Companion. Okay.
I have a creepy puppeteer.
Ooh.
The human rogue. Whenever creepy puppeteer attacks, if you attacked with exactly one other creature this combat, you may have that creature's base power and toughness become 4/3 until the end of the turn.
I'd like to have this.
It's yours. You also win.
I do.
Keep it separate.
I'm
You literally have found cards for doll parts
yeah,
today.
which is a deck I am building.
1, 2, 3.
Ooh. Twice Upon a Time. How cute. This casts a spell you control, new 2 or more doctors. It's fine.
I have a split card.
Mm-hmm.
Find to finality, or find and finality. Return up to 2 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand, or you may put 2 +1/+1 counters on a creature you control. Then all creatures get -4/-4 until end of turn.
That potentially wipes the board.
Yes, this is a good card.
Yes.
Don't get me wrong. I just think it's so cool that we have.
It's cute.
Doctor Who
I think
cards.
yours is better.
I'll trade you. There we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
The master.
The
Oh,
master!
I win. I don't care what you've got.
Oh
I've got
my
this.
God.
I don't care what you have. I have the master. Make them pay. Whenever a non-token artifact creature you control dies, you may exile it. If you do, choose an opponent with the most life among your opponents. That player faces a villainous choice. They lose 4 life, or you create a token that's a copy of that card.
Oh.
I win.
I have a Dungeon Descent. It enters the battlefield tapped. It taps for a colorless. And for 4 colorless and tap, you may tap a legendary creature you control to venture into the dungeon. Activate only as a sorcery.
I win.
Yeah, you win.
I win.
Absolutely, you win. Our stacks are more lopsided now.
Considerably so. Also, hi, Quiet Scan. Nice to have you in stream. Just saw you come in. Welcome.
1, 2, 3. Ooh.
Harry Brown. The first historic spell you cast each turn has Convoke. Doctor's Companion. That is...
I've seen this in Cube.
That's tits cool. Look,
Yeah.
really quick, just look at this. That's freaking neat. That looks good.
It can't block, but it's a 3/2 for 2 colorless mana. 1 colorless and a black. Exile another creature from your graveyard. Return Scrap Heap Scrounger from your graveyard to the battlefield. This card's good. Ah.
Absolutely. You get that one.
1, 2, 3.
Dazzling
Ooh.
Sphinx, which is, again, very nice art. Flying, whenever Dazzling Sphinx deals combat damage to a player, that player exiles cards from the top of their library until they exile an instant or sorcery card. Against certain players, that would be absolutely vicious. You may cast that instant or sorcery card without paying its mana cost. Then that player puts the exiled cards that weren't cast this way on the bottom of their library in a random order. Yeah, that could
I like
that.
that.
Could fuck things up.
I like that.
I think yours is still stronger.
I think so too. All right. 1, 2, 3. All right.
Oh, well, we know what this does.
I have an Angelic Captain. It's an angel ally with flying. Whenever Angelic Captain attacks, it gets +1/+1 till end of turn for each other attacking ally.
Ooh.
So even the vampires from earlier. I like the Sphinx more.
I think the Sphinx is better.
1, 2, 3.
Predator's Hour. Until the end of the turn, creatures you control gain Menace. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, exile the top card of that player's library face down. You may look at it and play that card as long as it remains exiled, and you may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast that spell. Damn, dude.
Wow. I'm gonna.
Yeah, no,
stick with that.
I'll take it.
Allies are just really kind of not strong enough. 1, 2, 3. All right.
I'm reading. I think you take it.
So the Archon of Redemption here. This is from Worldwake. This is from one of the sets that were when I was getting back in for the second time in this game. Mm-hmm. Whenever Archon or another creature with flying enters the battlefield under your control, you may gain life equal to that creature's power. But the Menace is so good. I like Predator's Hour.
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Dig Through Time.
Oh my god!
Delve. Each card you exile from your graveyard while casting a spell pays for one. Wow. Look at the top 7 cards of your library. Put 2 of them into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. Yeah, okay. I mean, the cost is prohibitive, though.
The card is so good because Delve was not thought through completely that it is banned in multiple formats.
I believe that.
Legal in Commander.
I believe that, but that is a prohibitive cost. That's the only thing I would say.
It is. All right. 1, 2, 3.
Darkwater Catacombs. Basic AF. I already see a flying Sphinx over there.
It's a 7 mana, 8/7 with flying. That's it. That's all
This
it
gives me 2 lands. It flies.
Okay. No, that's fair. We'll do that.
They fly now?
They fly.
1, 2, 3. Darkwater Catacombs again.
Same matchup. Oh, I might catch back up.
I don't know about that.
1, 2, 3. Ooh!
Marshland Bloodcaster. I read that as Marchand, and I lost my shit a little bit. I was like, since when does Brad Marchand have place in my deck? Marshland Bloodcaster, creature, vampire, warlock, flying. Rather than pay the mana cost of the next spell you cast this turn, you may pay the equal to that with Life equal to it. Okay, so play fast and loose with life. Makes sense. Yours, though.
Cascade. Thank you. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. We got a playset.
You're happy.
1, 2, 3.
Ooh, Groves. Gosh, that sure is Groves.
Here, have gambling. I'll take Groves.
Yay.
1, 2, 3. More gambling.
Hey, it's back.
1, 2, 3. Ooh.
Cabaretti Ascendancy?
The Ascendancy cycle is good.
At the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top cards of your library. If it's a creature or planeswalker card, you may reveal it and put it into your hand. If you don't, put the card into your hand. You may put it on the bottom of your library. Okay. It's good.
It is good.
I think yours is better.
It's probably better.
All right.
I mean, it's a commander. You can build stuff around it. Same card. Ooh.
Ivy, Gleeful Spell Thief. Flying. Whenever a player casts a spell that targets only a single creature other than Ivy, Gleeful Spell Thief may copy that spell. Copy targets Ivy.
Giant growth. +3/+3 to your creature.
Yeah,
Plus
you could.
2/+3
Oh,
to
I want
both.
that. Can I have that? Oh, can I have that?
Yeah.
Can I have this?
Can I have this?
I think this is more
I
powerful.
want the Munus.
I want the minus. I had this.
1, 2, 3.
Oh! Look what I got! It's Wrath!
Rith is so good.
Wrath. Everybody look at Wrath.
It's nostalgic as hell
Everybody
for me.
look at Wrath. Yeah.
What does it do?
Flying, whenever Wrath the Awakened deals combat damage to a player, you may pay 3. If you do, choose a color and create a 1/1 green sapling creature token for each permanent of that color.
Yeah.
So, vicious.
So good.
Vicious.
So good.
Vicious.
Great commander.
1, 2, 3.
Another Phoenix. Ooh.
It's funny. It's
black,
a
white.
cake. It's a cake.
Yep.
Sugar Maw. I love him. He has menace, and you create human creature food tokens.
Now you've mentioned before that the adventure mechanic seems weird.
It's not my favorite.
Yeah. So you're able to play this or this, but if you play this, you could play this part later.
But look.
It is a cake that is ready to eat you.
I love him. Yeah, I don't care. I love him. He's
I'm not a
he's
fan
not
of
the
that
strongest,
Phoenix.
but he's fine.
1,
Cake.
2, 3.
Triskelion.
Triskellion's so good. So it has infinite combos, like with a lot of things. Sparring regimen. We saw this one before. Here, just take it.
Yay!
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Llanowar Green Widow.
Ooh.
Spooter Cooter. Has reach and trample and domain. Pay 8 to return Llanowar from your graveyard to the battlefield. Tapped. But it gains if this permanent would leave the battlefield, exile it instead of putting it anywhere else. This ability costs 1 less to activate for each basic land type among your land control. That's.
Whereas this one, whenever you attack, put a +1/+1 counter on the attacking creature and untap it. So is Spider better than a combat trick?
Combat trick's probably better for. It's probably just more versatile, all in all.
1, 2, 3. The Belligerent. It's
Shadow Right Priest. Other clerics you control get +1/+1. Sacrifice another cleric, search your library for a black creature token, and on the battlefield and shuffle. This would be fine in the Phyrexian deck.
absolutely.
I like it, but it's the Belligerent.
It is the Belligerent.
We like the Belligerent.
We like the Belligerent. We'll take it.
And I have Braided Kipu,
1, 2, 3.
which is native, and I have a Braided Net. Move a net counter from Braided Net, have another craft. Also, draw a card for each artifact you control, then put it in its own library through the top. I can see the appeal of this.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine. It's really cool looking. Like,
But the Belligerent.
the visuals are great, but the Belligerent.
So pretty.
Oh, our old friend's back.
Yep. We got the captain.
Triskelion. Oh,
You win.
yeah,
Take it.
Give me that.
Captain's back. Ooh!
Faramir. I'm gonna have some Lord of the Rings to finish out, maybe. A legendary creature, human noble. At the beginning of your end step, choose an opponent. At the beginning of that player's next end step, you draw a card. If they didn't attack you that turn, otherwise, create 3+1/+1 white human soldier creature. So that's pretty great. That's pretty great. I think I might take that from you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think this card is good, but it needs a lot of work to make it good.
And I mean, it's Faramir.
1, 2, 3. Another Fervent Champion. Oh.
I got the Phyrexian Revoker.
Nice.
Tiefers. Love him his teeth. Choose a non-card name, activated abilities, or sources chosen can't be activated.
How about we agree to a tie on this one?
1, 2, 3. The ring goes south.
I got a playset of Fervent Champions.
This is great. Now I'm getting some Lord of the Rings. The ring tempts you. The fact that that's just part of the text, not flavor text. The ring tempts you. Then reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal X land cards, where X is the number of legendary creatures you control. Oh, God. Put those land cards onto the battlefield tapped, and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order.
Ooh.
How much land can you make with this in a single turn? If you play this mid-game...
It could get really big.
Yeah.
I really like the Fervent Champion, but I think this card would be interesting to watch.
This would be so much fun to watch if it works.
Yeah. I'll agree to that.
Okay.
Here, you can take that.
Yeah. Oh, I like it.
All right. We're nearing the end. 1, 2, 3.
Arborea. World Enchantment. Creatures can't attack a player unless that player casts a spell or puts a non-token permanent onto the battlefield during their last turn. That's kind of broken, I think.
Card's good. Card is definitely good.
Yeah. Is it better than yours?
I think it is, actually.
Yeah?
Slag Fiend's good, but that card, it does do weird things to the game.
Do. I have 4 left. You have 4 left?
I have 4. Yes.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Chainer!
Dementia Master.
Oh, I love Chainer.
All nightmares get +1/+1. Put target creature graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. When it leaves the battlefield, exile all nightmares. I think yours is probably still.
I don't agree.
I don't know nightmares that well, so I will take your word for it.
All of your creatures become nightmares.
Okay.
So, boom.
Nito Burrito, we'll take it.
Chainer's a very popular, or was anyway.
1, 2, 3. Yeah. Sky Strike Officer. Flying whenever it attacks, create a colorless soldier token. Tap 3 untapped soldiers you control to draw a card.
Gambling.
I'll
take it.
Yeah. Now, we know what the last 2 are going to be of yours.
Yes.
But that's not exciting. So here, I have had like none of these. So.
Okay, fair enough.
All right.
1, 2, 3. Ooh. Herald Unites the Elves. This is from the Norse set. Mill 3 cards. You may put an elf or a Tyvar card from your graveyard onto the battlefield. Then, next turn, put a +1/+1 counter on each elf you control. Then the last turn, whenever an elf you control attacks this turn, target creature and opponent controls get -1/-1 until end of turn.
I'll give that to you. Yeah. And the very last card, we know what mine's going to be.
1, 2, 3. A Rune Chanter's Pike. Equipped creature gets first strike and +X/+0, where it's the number of instant or sorcery cards in your graveyard. So.
All right, so let's take a look at.
In general.
I'll put this on top.
It seems to me
Sideways.
you had the strong. Oh.
So you can see.
You had the stronger blind box.
But not by that much.
Yes.
Not by that much at all.
For someone that doesn't know anything about card prices, do you feel like what you opened today was worth $20?
Oh, 100%, 115%, 100,000,000%. I don't understand how this was only $20, and I'm not trying to do that just to sell for CoolStuffInc.
Yeah.
But
for a new player that just wants to get a bunch of cards to play with, I think this is one of the best things you can do.
There's so many things here that would work together, and for those who just want to get a variety of the most recent old stuff, like, I mean, it's not like I can go out and buy a bunch of Doctor Who packs anymore easily.
No.
Or Lord of the Rings. They exist, they're there.
It's going to get less and less over time. But being able to get, like, play sets of Shardless Ancient, that gets you into actual, like, real play. Scrap Heap Scrounger, which is a strong card. being able to get all these cool cards and like there's so many great things that were in here. A playset of the 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 Red Knight, like Fervent Champion. There's so many good things in here that it's already got me wondering, like, oh, what do we have that could play with this? What could we do?
And it scratches the itch of let's open a blind box. It does.
Yes.
It scratches the itch of let's open a pack. You don't know for sure what you're going to get, but you know it is going to be something good. Not like the highest. You're not going to get a Black Lotus, like I said.
No.
But you're going to get something that is at least interesting, that you know is valuable. I don't see the downside of these.
This, compared to a collector booster is $26.
Similar price point.
You can open some really cool stuff, but for $6 less, you can open one of these.
And you're supporting
CoolStuffInc.
CoolStuffInc. So I'm in favor of it. That is my read on it too. I know we have to get going, guys. We're going to really quick, before we go, say, first of all, thank you to CoolStuffInc. This was wonderful.
Yeah, always fun to open these kind of products.
Next Sunday, we're going to try to stream. We may not be able to.
Yes.
We are going to be updating some of our gear to hopefully make it a better stream experience for all.
Yes.
And we are going to be doing another D&D pack opening stream soon.
Yes, very soon.
That'll be happening soon. Get excited.
If you guys want to see more pack and product opening stuff throughout the week, be sure to check out my Instagram, Flutterpriest Gaming.
And my Instagram at AnonPencil Cosplay.
We got all of our links down in the down there part. And we do stream weekly. We're really excited to keep doing this on a regular basis. Maybe one week we'll break out Magic Arena and show you guys like what that looks like for someone that's just getting started. We actually have our friend, Enigmatic Otaku, who's just getting started on Arena.
We're going to bring him into it.
We could set you up with an account and like literally face you off against Enigma, who has no idea what he's doing.
I mean, that would be carnage. Let's do it.
Oh, yeah.
But the other thing is we're going to try to do some stuff that's more interactive with you guys. The D&D campaign, there are going to be ways that you can interact and make priests suffer. We're going to do some giveaways at some point, so keep an eye open for that. We'll announce that on the Instagrams before we do it. We are also going to be spreading on to other social media platforms, you know, the one with the pretty butterfly. Yeah. So keep an eye open for us there. And again, thank you for tuning in. Thank you, all of you, who tuned in today. I think there was 5 or 6 of you, which doesn't sound like a lot. To us, that's really wonderful.
It really is. You know, coming off of the other things that we did, you know, for content and stuff, just like taking something that we have a lot of fun with and just do normally, being able to share it with you guys, it means a lot. And it's a lot of fun for us just to see that you guys are along for the ride too. It means a lot.
So Ben, Sonia, Quiet Scan, everyone who stopped by, really thank you so much. Please feel free to stop by again. We'd love to have you. Love to have you.
All of our VODs are up on YouTube. Till next time.
GG.
GG. Good game.
Yes, GG. We'll see you soon. Bye.